Bungee Gum.
Texture surprise.
Texture
Gone.
surprise. Oh, don't look at me like that. It gets me turned on.
Ew.
That's a good way to start the pod. I'll just include that in. So, so my intro question to
Wait,
you.
do I close out of the recording thingy?
Wait, which recording thingy? The Anyway caster?
Yeah.
Is the weasel with the waveforms?
Yeah.
No. Leave that recording. Is it recording right now?
Yeah, it's recording. Ooh.
Yeah, just leave it. Just minimize it. Don't exit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's minimized.
So, my intro question to you, because we are legally married to each other, we haven't done a honeymoon because of COVID reasons, but if we had a COVID honeymoon, which location would you want to go to? And I know we have.
Honeymoon was every time I see you.
Oh, really?
Just kidding.
Damn. I'm just gonna cry in the corner now.
Know your place.
Thanks. But which locations? Well, I'm serious.
You already know the answer. If you don't know the answer, I'm disappointed in you, but...
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the listener?
Oh, talking to you.
Oh, me. Yeah, I know, but we should tell...
Probably in Disney World.
Disney World? Why?
Yeah.
Why Disney World?
It's the happiest place on the earth with the happiest person that makes me feel... Oh, and you, Mike.
Wait, who else? Mickey? Goofy.
Yeah. No, I'm more like a Donald person. I like Donald.
I like Goofy. He has a dead wife. Maybe.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does.
I actually don't know. I think the wife is actually out of the picture. They don't really explain it. Or they
had a cow divorce. A cow divorce.
A cow? Is Goofy a cow?
Oh no, he's a dog. A dog divorce.
A dog divorce. That sounds way better. But I know why you want to go to Disney World. It's because of Epcot, right?
Yes.
What's at Epcot?
There's different showcases. So when I first went, my favorite showcase was Germany because I had a huge crush on this German guy back then. Even though I was taken. But it's a different story. Yeah, but I honestly, the showcase that I enjoyed the most would be Japan because I actually bought like a pearl necklace there when I went to Epcot back in like summer 2015 after like my high school graduation as a gift, and they do that whole thing where they do like a ceremony with the pearl and then you're like aloha, even though they're in Japan, which doesn't make sense.
Wait, they still say aloha?
I don't know if it's aloha, but I know they say like something that's similar to aloha.
Itadakimasu. Like, let's eat the oyster.
eat the Earl oyster.
Eat the Earl oyster. That's good. What's it? Wait, can we roll back to the German thing? There was a German guy?
Yeah, I had this crush on this German guy back
Was he an employee? Oh wait, was it a school thing or?
No, he was my mom's friend's nephew.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah, I'm still friends with him on Facebook. I never had the balls to message him again, but one day.
Ooh, one day when you inevitably kill me and have to find a new suitor.
How'd you know? Gotta change my plans now. Hold on.
Hi, welcome back to my podcast, Mikey Can't Stay Inside All Day. I'm Mike, and with me is my betrothed partner, my life partner. Um, I am sexually attracted to this woman. Please say hello before I make things more awkward.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Well, I thought you were gonna do Phaeton.
Oh
Hello.
yeah. Hello. My name is Alessandra. Texture surprise.
uh, lovely,
I'm probably gonna
lovely.
regret saying this when I hear my recording, but I know I don't like hear your recording, so I don't really care.
Once you record as much as I do and you listen to it so much, you just get used to it. But yeah, it's gonna sound really fucking weird the first time you listen to it. But basically, we've had one or more people ask us to do a podcast about our trip to Hawaii.
We have
And this is,
fans?
yeah, we have fans.
Hello. I'm selling feet pics right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plug. What's the plug? It's the OnlyFans?
Um, I don't know. I have a Zelle or a Venmo.
OnlyFans.com/Hisoka lover.
It's Phaeton Lover.
Oh,
Excuse you.
Phaeton lover. I'm sorry. No, it's Levi lover.
Levi Lover. See, I wish like anime characters were real, so I have like a reason to cheat on you, but also it's like they could never be real because they could never reach like
Okay, wait. Right.
my standards.
I just came up with a question right now.
What do you
I
want?
know it's fuck Mary Kill.
Yes.
Levi, Mr. Mr. Wing, or
Ugh.
Phaeton.
Phaeton's I can't say Phaeton is hot. I don't know how old he is.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something else. Hisoka, Crollo,
You can't pick your
and
own. What the fuck?
fine. Fine.
Okay, fine.
Is it
Hisoka,
Levi?
Crollo. Huh? Are they all from?
Never.
Are they all gonna be from
Yeah,
Hunter x
all from
Hunter?
Hunter x Hunter. Do Hunter x Hunter and then Attack on Titan.
Okay. Hisoka, Crollo, and what's another? Who's someone over the age of minority?
I don't know their age. I know Gon and Kilo is like young. I don't know about Phaeton.
I think Phaeton's old.
He's kind of short. He's like as short as Levi.
Maybe it is Levi if it was a different timeline.
Mr. Wing.
Sure, Mr. Wing.
I
I already know you're gonna
would.
kill him. I was trying to make it difficult for you.
If you said actually, what's difficult would be Kurapika because I actually like Kurapika.
Okay, yeah, Kurapika. Let's just assume Kurapika is of the legal age because he kind of is mature for his
Is
age.
he? I thought he was like old.
I think he's old-ish, but he still looks like a kid, and he also looks like a girl. I don't know.
Okay, well in
Kurapika is
that
in his
case,
own league.
kill Kurapika.
Okay, then why? Okay, kill Kurapika.
I would marry Crollo,
Oh sure, and you
and I would
would.
fuck Hisoka. Yeah. Have you not seen those scenes?
I have. I've seen the shower scene.
It's like wow, he looks so much better with like wet hair.
He looks so much better without the makeup and everything.
Actually, I think the makeup's kind of cute and aestheticy. Like, oh, he's so cute. But
With
then,
the yeah.
but when the hair is down, it's like, oh, I
Damn.
would do like a one night stand with him.
Like a damn daddy.
Yeah, yeah,
Clown daddy.
yeah.
Okay. So let's do Attack on Titan. We'll do Levi, Aaron, and what's his face? The
What's
captain.
his
The
the
captain guy.
captain?
Do you remember his name? You know, the
What are you talking
captain.
about?
The
The, ca-
captain the captain with the blonde hair and kind of parted like Levi's, but not really.
the
God,
captain.
I forgot his name.
You don't even know his name. We've been watching so much Hunter x Hunter. We don't even know the characters
We're
of
starting to
Attack on
lose the
Titan.
memory. We're starting to like discard all of our Attack on Titan memories in the trash bin.
No, it's just there. It's like when you're a freshman and then you're like already like a senior in college, you're like, I'll use that freshman knowledge one day.
And then you have to remember it's in the back of your head, but you have to remember.
Yeah.
I'm
Is it
up with
Erwin?
it. Oh
Erwin?
yeah,
The
Erwin. That's it.
captain? I was like,
Is he not
Captain
a
Jack
captain?
Sparrow?
What is he? Is he not a captain?
I don't
A
know.
Commander Erwin? That sounds more.
I would. You said Aaron, Levi, and Erwin?
Yeah,
Kill Erwin for sure.
thanks.
Um, I think Aaron is kind of like the marriage. No. Levi's a marriage type because he can clean, and I like
Yeah.
a man who cleans. And fuck Aaron.
Okay. That was easy. That was
Yeah, it was
easier. That
easy.
was probably easier than the Hunter x Hunter one.
Yeah.
I kind of already forgot the format of this fucking podcast. We're supposed to do a thing where we say how we knew each other or how we met each other, I guess. So, I mean, do you
What's
want to
your
tell it?
viewpoint? What's
What's
your
my
viewpoint?
viewpoint?
Yeah, what's your viewpoint?
So, you and I met each other in freshman year of our college.
I'll listen and I'll correct you.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think the first time you met me, you thought I was Fob.
That's true.
That's true, right? You thought I was gonna be having like a strong Asian accent, and then I turn out like this, and I feel like you were thrown a little bit off guard. I
I
don't know what,
was.
but yeah. And then I think our friend Ramel, he brought you back for study sessions, right?
Yeah.
And I thought you were initially cute, but then I think you told me almost immediately that you had somebody else, and I was
I'm
like, oh,
very prideful of who I'm currently with. Like,
right.
like I will show you off, even though you're 1,000 miles away from me.
Mm-hmm. And then I was also with someone, and then she broke my fucking heart, and then you were kind of just there because my friend was like, AJ, please talk to Mike. He's so depressed all the fucking time. And then you were like, okay, I guess.
Ugh.
Gotta clean up this. I gotta be the janitor and clean up this guy's emotions. And then I guess we just started hanging out a lot every weekend just as friends because I think for a good part of a year, we just hung out as friends. Like there was nothing romantically between each other.
If anything, it was the opposite. I've tried killing you like multiple times.
When we're walking on the street and there are cars coming by, you did push me that one time a little bit
Yes.
into open traffic. I do remember that.
Yes.
And then the next year, you had split with your then partner, and so I was like, "Oh, this could be something. Probably, I can probably think of her in that way, but should I? Because she's kind of one of my better friends here at college." And then some bullshit happened, and then now we're together. That's the part where I'm gonna decide I'll do the cliff notes, like just make a shortcut. I'm like, I'm just gonna jump.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your side?
Um. At first, I rejected you because of your appearance, and looks was like always
Oh
like a thing for
yeah.
me.
Would I confess to you? Okay, well I
Yeah.
actually will include this part. When I did feel like I was attracted to her, I I asked you and my friend out, Eric, to like hang out. He's gonna listen
How
to
could you
this.
do that to him?
We all were supposed to hang out, and then I wanted to confess to you that night, so I told him that it
Fuck
was
off.
just like a me and AJ thing. I felt so bad, and I still feel bad to this day. But if it wasn't for that, then we probably wouldn't have gotten together, or it would have taken longer. I feel like, yeah, I would have been jealous if you had started liking other people, and I was just not liking that. So I was like, I want to confess before I regret it, and so that's what happened.
That's like our like the arc before our relationship arc, but after like our friendship arc, like it was like a short arc. It was like equivalent to
The
saving
Zoldyck,
Killua.
the
Yeah.
Zoldyck family arc. Yeah. Dang. If we had done this podcast a month ago, we would not be making any of these references. But since we're so deep in Hunter x Hunter, I'm just loving all this. For those who do know Hunter x Hunter, we're currently in the York New City arc. I think we're gonna finish it tonight. Probably.
Yes.
We only have 3 episodes left, and then after that's gonna be. Well, I won't spoil the arc name, but it's another arc. And then, yeah, that's our story. I guess if you want to learn more, you could just ask each of us personally if you know us personally. If not, too fucking bad, I guess. But we should really get to the part about Hawaii.
That's what we've been waiting for. Like, this intro is kind of going too long.
How long have we been recording?
I
16
don't know.
minutes, 16 and a half minutes. And we have just gone to the actual meat of the Hawaii podcast. I knew this was going to be a long episode, but I'm totally okay with it. Where should we start?
I don't
Do you
really
remember?
care.
Oh, wait. Okay, let's talk about this. Do you remember that there was like a big process that we had to do before we even had to go to Hawaii?
Oh yeah.
It was like you had to get
It
tested
was
3 days beforehand, and it
yeah.
was kind of I think we were kind of stressed out about it because we didn't know if it was exactly 3 days before or 2 days before it would have been fine. And then we were
And
thinking
then we
about
didn't know if the results were gonna come out on time.
right, yeah, and then I think at one point we were about to pay for our testing, right? It was gonna be like $100 or
It was like $100
125.
each. Yeah.
And then my parents told me, hey, you don't need to do that as long as you get a trusted somebody like City Health or Costco or Walgreens or whatever. You don't have to do that. Just get
hmm
somebody that's free. And so that's what we did.
I
And
think it was like a 20. I think it was cheaper. It wasn't free.
mm, like it was still, you still have to pay for the documents, I think, but you didn't have to pay for the testing itself. I think is
hmm
what I'm trying to
hmm
say. And then the flight over to Hawaii was it was our first time flying in 3 or 4 years, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god, I felt so airsick afterwards because of the, you know why, right? It's because of this descent. I don't know if that pilot wasn't doing his job correctly or if I just hadn't been adjusted or if I was just sober and awake while we were landing, but
I think it's because you were looking outside the window because you were so excited, only to realize that we were descending really slow.
I
But
know, and it was
every
bumpy.
time we went down like a few hundred feet, it kind of went really fast.
I had to look away. I felt like I had to throw up at points. And I felt so bad because the whole time in Hawaii, I kind of felt that air sickness from time to time. Like if we were doing an activity
Like the
and
first few days.
I feel like it stuck with me for like at least most of the days there, I want to say.
hmm
The first few days, yeah, it was bad, but I had managed it by the latter half of the vacation, I'd say.
hmm
But it was pretty bad. And then when we landed, we just checked into our hotel and everything, which we stayed at the Hilton. Fancy. It was nice because there was a big area that we could walk around. There was like a mini shopping mall of sorts, I'd say,
Yeah.
where there was our Lapperts, ice cream and coffee.
Oh yeah.
You like Lapperts?
I like the ice cream. I don't know about the coffee.
I love the coffee. You know I went there every day.
Yeah, like you actually woke up at 7 a.m. like every morning, and you never do that.
6 a.m. And people were lined up outside the store at 6 a.m. I remember vividly.
This podcast is sponsored by Leopards.
But the ice cream is nothing to sneeze at because I think that's handmade, right? And
Yeah, it's pretty good.
what flavors did you have? I know I
It's
had
gonna.
something
I know
coffee
I always
related.
get like chocolate chip cookie dough.
Mm, chocolate chip. Did you try another thing?
I
Did you have a
did.
smoothie?
I had a smoothie and it was so sweet. And the thing was, it was only like one size,
Mm.
so I couldn't really
finish
choose
it.
a specific size.
Oh
So,
yeah, choose.
I remember it was like a peanut butter smoothie, and at first I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, you know what? I haven't had peanut butter in a while. Like I've been craving like peanut butter because I've never had it in like a few months." So then I tried it, and then it got really old real quick. And also
Mm.
the cup was huge, so I only drank like half of it because it was late as well.
Oh right. And then we put it in the freezer, and then we forgot about it until the vacation was over. Unfortunately.
Mhm. Mhm.
But Lapper's was good. There was another place called the Blue Shrimp Shack, something similar to that we went to the day that we landed. Um, it was all right, I guess.
I thought
It
it was
felt like
good.
it felt like it was supposed to be a kind of small business, but in a really populated area because it's right next to the hotel.
So
So
they
it
were kind of
seemed,
like cheating in a way.
yeah, a little bit. They were cheating their sales.
Yeah.
We also went to a Japanese restaurant too,
It was
which
okay. It's what you expect a Japanese restaurant to be.
oh yeah, also I also explained this in the video that I'm doing for YouTube. But there's a lot of Japanese restaurants and Japanese people in Hawaii
And Koreans.
and Koreans. And I feel like the food here in Hawaii was pretty good cuz I remember we went to one Korean restaurant called Waikiki Gangnam Style, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was we ordered a shrimp fried rice and spicy chicken.
Spicy chicken teriyaki.
Do you remember the taste? I can visualize it
I
right
do
now.
remember. I remember how it was so full of flavor.
So
And
full of flavor. And they were playing
yeah.
K-pop in the back, and there was
It was
nobody
nearby
in
our
the.
hotel. It was nearby our hotel. It was pretty convenient because we just had to walk like 10, 15 minutes to it.
Hmm. I was
So
surprised that there was not a lot of people in the restaurant itself. There was
I
only one
think
other family.
it's popping at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we went on like a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah.
Yeah, because it has. I checked on Yelp just now. It has a 4.5 stars.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. It's pretty good.
I assume it's really
Um,
popular with tourists. Yeah.
what's your favorite store that you went to
In
in Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Yeah, your favorite store.
Ooh. Does it have to be? It doesn't have to be local to like our hotel area. It can be anywhere, right?
Yeah, like malls,
Oh.
the swap meet,
Oh,
maybe.
you already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, because we went to a swap meet on Wednesday, and that was when we met this video game guy. I didn't catch his name, but I did catch his eBay username. But he was basically selling all these old video games. It was PlayStation, Xbox 360, 64, SNES, Atari, um, even Laserdisc and Game Boy games. Just any retro game that you can name or think of, he probably had 50 or 100 games of that specific console. It was nuts. And I didn't include this in the video because I never recorded it. But he also had a. You remember when he showed us that Pokemon Emerald in the box,
Oh yeah, it was just sitting there
sealed?
underneath like his shirts or something.
Mm
Like,
hmm.
yo, you should like really hide this. It's worth like a
Yeah.
100,000.
Dude, he said he could sell it easily right now for 4,000. And if
I
he had
think he's
gotten it
losing money that way. I think he needs to like sell it more.
for more, right?
Yeah.
If he gets it graded, he could probably get it for as high as 100,000, probably, because that's super rare. I
Hmm.
don't know how he came upon a item like that, but I know we were looking for specific games right at that specific store. I was trying to find some horror games on the PS2, like Silent Hill, Rule of Rose, etc. You were looking for Nintendogs on the DS and
It was.
any Legend of Zelda game. Just any Legend of Zelda game, I think.
Hmm.
And you did because you got Spirit Tracks on the DS.
I did.
Are you still playing that game right now? Or have you
I'm
gone?
I haven't played it in like a few days, maybe even like a week, but
All
I will
right.
get to it. And I've never really had a problem with Zelda games except Wind Waker, just because I don't know why. maybe it was just hard, or like it
I,
just like pisses me off that they tell me to go to one place, but then they tell me to go to another place once I reach the place, and it's like I don't know what to do.
I think it's also because it's on water and it's not like Breath of the Wild where you can just go anywhere.
Yeah,
Wind Waker is on the water, so you can't really you can explore, but you're so stuck to that vehicle that you can't
yeah.
swim anywhere. And
Mhm.
all the islands, you're right, all the islands are far apart, and I think that's kind of what makes Wind Waker not so fun, where it's distanced from other islands. But I still like it personally, just because I really liked the first time when I played it on the Wii U, because I got it with a bundle, and I completed the heck out of it, and I liked it. But I understand. But Spirit
Mhm.
Tracks, you think is pretty good so far?
Yeah, I like it.
I know you were having a little bit of trouble with the tutorial, um, with the swiping thing, right? Because I didn't know it.
Oh, yeah. It was weird, but honestly, I probably forgot about it. So,
I'll probably show you. I think I know now, but I think when you were showing it to me, I was also confused because they were telling you to do, or it was very ambiguous the way they were telling you you should attack by swiping. It's like, okay, do I swipe on Link and then just go, or do I just swipe in the direction where the enemy's at? I don't know.
uh-huh.
But I guess going back to the topic, yeah, I really like the swap meet. There was a lot of goodies. If it wasn't for my willpower, I probably would have wasted probably $300 easily. But I think I held back and only bought about 115.
Seems about right.
Because 80 of it was just for that Spirit Tracks DS game, which
Mhm.
the guy said he undersold it, or it was about average, but a lot of people were selling it for way more than 80 on eBay. So you got a pretty good deal in
Yeah,
terms of
some
that.
people were buying it for like 200.
And to think the game retailed for $30 when it came out.
Mhm. It's a pretty good
It's,
game.
yeah, but $200 worth? Because I could get 80. 80 is like almost the breaking point. 100 it feels a little bit like much, but 200, I don't know. I feel like we're also living right now since it's COVID. I feel like the age of scalpers is worse than ever because people
Increasing.
it's increasing like crazy because everybody's staying at home. People want to do something, and so scalpers take advantage of that, even with the PlayStation 5 bullshit. But uh, funnily enough, I think second to the swap meet, I would say my second favorite store would be probably the ABC stores
Yeah.
because that was also nearby. The ABC store in Hawaii is essentially similar to what would you say it's similar to? Like
I was
a
gonna say 7-Eleven, but no, 7-Eleven is like nothing compared to the ABC store. It's a pretty cool. It's not a liquor store. It's just like a touristy type of store
it's like a souvenir
where,
shop, right?
yeah, I think it's really
Souvenirs.
cute. And then they give you like a, if you reach like $100, they give you either a bag, like a grocery bag, or a mug or a calendar. I
Yeah.
kind of wanted a mug, but I already have too many mugs at home, so I just
Mm.
went with like the grocery bag.
The Hello Kitty reusable bag that they had
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
They had a lot more Hello Kitty Hawaii stuff than
They're
I
really huge on
expected.
Hello Kitty and Sanrio, which is I thought was really weird because I didn't think Hawaiians
Yeah.
liked Hello Kitty. Like we even went to the Dole Plantation and fun
Pearl
fact,
Harbor. Yeah.
yeah, fun fact, you can go from the bottom of Oahu to the top of the island in like 45 minutes. It's basically the size of the Bay Area,
Yeah.
which was really like wow, it's actually really small. Like even though the drive seemed kind of long, cuz well, it wasn't that long, but I just thought it was really cool that we were able to go around the whole
The whole
island
island.
in like an hour.
Cuz going from cuz in terms of states, thinking about going from the top of California to the bottom would take literally a whole day, like a whole 24 hours.
Hmm.
So going from the top of Oahu to the bottom is in less than an hour is crazy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say Hello Kitty was also at Pearl Harbor as well. That sounds weird out of context. Hello Kitty was inside one of the Pearl Harbor souvenir shops. I think they had Hello Kitty products as well. Because I know they had the Hello Kitty with the We Can Do This girl poster with the girl mechanic
Yeah.
and she's raising her arm. They had the
Yeah.
Hello Kitty version of that. Um, should we talk about Pearl Harbor a little bit? I didn't include it in my video, uh, because I didn't want to touch that subject at all. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I would be saying, and I didn't want to talk out of my ass about it. Because yeah, shit happened at Pearl Harbor. Is what I'll say.
The area, the park was free. Like it wasn't the entrance fee was like $0, but to
Mm-hmm.
actually visit the submarines or I guess have a tour of some of the locations that happened during Pearl Harbor, you had to pay. And
Yeah,
since we went to the swap meet earlier that day, we didn't have time and it was close to the
raining.
closing time
Or yeah,
too.
closing time.
Yeah, so we didn't really explore much. And plus we were kind of tired because we spent so much time at that swap meet. I didn't even know we spent like so much time there because I got out of work at 12 o'clock and the swap meet was closing at 3 o'clock. We got there, it was 1 o'clock, and then I think we just like walked around the swap meet and stumbled upon the video game vendor, and we spent probably a long time there. I didn't even keep track. I was just looking for
Mm-hmm.
the games that I wanted.
It was at least an hour. I want to say
Yeah, and we just like talked to the guy about
he was pretty
how
chill.
yeah, he was. He was like an okay, well, Hawaiians are Americans. I keep forgetting that.
They're not mainland Americans. They're you don't have to apologize. I think a lot of people make that mistake.
It's like if you went to a video, actually he was better than like a small business owner in California because he was pretty nice too, and
Mm.
not a lot of Hawaiians probably understand how big video games are or retro games are in
Mm.
California.
Right.
So he didn't really have a lot of customers, or yeah, he didn't really have a lot of customers because most of the shops at the swap meet was dresses and souvenir things and um, Hawaii lays and like it was things that I was like, I can just get this at the ABC store type of thing.
Right.
But yeah, I think he was like the one that stood out. Probably the
He was
only one that stood out.
to us at least.
Uh-huh.
He was definitely the most down to earth, one of the most down to earth retro game sellers that I've seen in a while. Because there are some in California that are either a little bit standoffish, like kind of gatekeepy. Oh, you don't know this, or they're also they don't want to talk to you because they're running a game store and they're probably I don't know why they're miserable, but sometimes they're like that. Um, he claimed to be the only retro video game seller in Hawaii, which is a bold claim to make. I think in terms of publicity, he is probably. There probably are a few quote unquote people doing it on the side, like retro video games selling on the side, but he's pretty big. He even had his own credit card reader because he was losing so much money from people not having a credit card on them. Because Hawaii has a lot of places where you pay in cash, actually. Like when we went to Diamond Head and we had to pay. Did we have to pay for cash for a food truck?
We did.
We
We
did, right?
did. Yes.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's talk about Diamond Head, the Diamond Head State Monument, where we did the hike.
Mm-hmm.
I think I looked it
Uh,
up afterwards, and I think Diamond Head, the way the reason why it's shaped like a cone is because it used to be a volcanic crater,
I
I
don't see
think.
that. Was it really a cone?
I think it was when you uh,
I'm
I'll have
looking it up
the
right now, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm looking it up right now too. But you can see it from far away. It looks sort of cone-ish.
Oh yeah, so that means we
There's a
were
big
like
circle.
at the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah. It's a volcano tough cone on the Hawaii island. Yeah, known to Hawaiians as Le'ahi. It's named like that because the shape of the ridgeline resembles the shape of a tuna's dorsal fin.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The view was great. Hiking wise,
It was
if you're
hell.
not fit and you get tired easily, or you're not up for a 45-minute hike up, then I wouldn't say don't go to it. But like,
Try, maybe.
yeah, the view is really nice.
Or take your time.
I've actually seen so many photos of it, like on Instagram, and I had no idea what it was. But then when I saw the view, I was like, oh, so this is where people actually go to take their Instagram pics.
Yeah. We had a whole
Yeah.
ass photo shoot when we were at the top, I remember.
Yeah, I kind of was all sweaty, and I kind of did not like my outfit when we were at the top because I looked all
Right.
sweaty and it was hot too.
Not to mention the fact that we were wearing masks as well. So it felt
Hmm.
hard to breathe at some points. So
Yeah.
when Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I think like even even going up was kind of difficult sometimes
Yeah.
because it was mostly like very steep at the end.
Mhm.
So yeah, and there was like you go through a tunnel. I think if the viewers saw the video that is gonna come out soon, then I think it makes more sense.
Yeah, exactly. I left out the whole story when we went through the tunnel of of
Oh
you and Troy Sivan.
my
I don't
God.
know if I should include it or not.
No, he's gonna find me. His like got
We'll
the
tell this. We can tell the story here. This is like an exclusive before the video even comes out podcast about something that happened to you. Would you like to share with the class?
fine. So I impersonated a famous person and actually got caught by this famous person, and he texted me saying, "Hey man, that's not cool. You know you could get in trouble for this and blah blah blah." And I was like 12 years old. So that
You don't
was the
want to say
last
his
time.
name?
You
You
already
think he's
said
gonna
his
find?
name, like at the
Yeah, I already
beginning.
said his name. So
His name
yeah,
was Troy
you're
Zafon.
Troy Sivan. He's not gonna
I
find this
don't
podcast.
I don't know if he's still popular right now. I know he used to be popular back like way back, like maybe even 10 years ago when My Youth came out, and it was like a hit song at some point.
Hmm. He's our age, I think.
Yeah, I know, which I thought was crazy.
I'm looking at his I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now. Did you know he was in an X-Men film
Yeah, I
portraying?
did. Yeah,
Wait, you did?
that's how I knew him.
Oh, really?
And I thought that no one would figure out that he was famous because he was in that short like 5-minute clip, but then he blew up because he started creating songs and his songs became like hits.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Doesn't look like he's done anything too prominent for a
recently,
while. Yeah, recently. I
yeah,
feel like he might have gone into hiding.
yeah.
So you gotta find another celebrity to impersonate.
I
Probably.
did. I haven't impersonated a celebrity in like forever.
But you liked Diamond Head, the hike. I how would you recommend it? Would you recommend it to people that are bored in Oahu and just want to do something?
Yeah, I mean, if you're up to go for a hike, and I think I recommend going in the morning just because it gets really hot during the day.
Mm-hmm. Or
then
go
I
at
would
the end of it, yeah.
yeah. But then I recommend going in the morning, like around
Mm-hmm.
um 10 a.m. We go up, it's 11 a.m. Take pictures. You go down, it's like 12 p.m. You go back to your hotel, and then you can just chill by like the beach if there's a beach nearby,
Mm-hmm.
or just like chill.
People better take notes because you're basically planning for them right now. Take notes.
Yeah,
Write that down. Write that down.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I probably would go back to it, but only if I feel like it. Because we already took photos, and
Mm.
I don't like being all sweaty when I take photos. Low key.
That's okay. Maybe
Yeah,
if we can go again. I think
yeah,
I think it would be better if we went to a different island. Um because I think there are better views at different islands if
yeah.
we had
Or
hiked up.
but when I think of Hawaii, I think of like beaches. But I would
Yeah.
definitely recommend the beaches. Lanikai Beach, number one beach that I've
Ah,
gone to. Heaven.
Lanikai Beach. Yeah. That's one I highly recommend as well. That one's really nice.
It wasn't too deep. It wasn't too shallow. It was
The
just like
sand, yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
it
interrupt
was
you.
perfect, and like it was kind of windy, but then it kind of died down a little bit, and then the water was very warm. Like my mom doesn't usually like swimming, especially in the ocean. But
Mm.
since Lanikai was very clean and shallow, because my mom can't swim, she was like the one that was kind of difficult to get out of the water.
Yeah, I really like Lanikai too. The sand itself was really fine as what's really fine? I don't know. As fine as flour, almost flour consistent, right? Would you say that?
That doesn't make sense.
Flour as in like baking flour?
Oh, I thought you meant like plants.
Like a sunflower. Nah. Like a baking flour consistency. Like it's
Mhm.
that fine. And
Mhm.
yeah, the water was pretty good. Like you said, it was windy, but that kind of contrasted with the sun. It wasn't too hot either, and
Mhm.
the water wasn't too cold or too warm. It was the perfect temperature. We were able to just
Mhm.
dip in and just chill out.
Mhm.
Lanikai Beach. If you're ever in Oahu, just look up Lanikai Beach. It's the only beach really. There was another one that we went to called Waime.
I didn't really like that one.
You didn't like that one. I liked the waves. I like jumping on
See,
the
I
waves.
never did that because I was kind of scared.
I liked it because your dad was doing it, and so I wanted to do it as well because it looked really fun. Because it was carrying him, and you know how much you you know how much he weighs, and I was like, whoa, I want that to carry me. Imagine how high I could go. Not to call your dad big or anything, but I
No,
love.
he's actually lost a lot of weight ever
Oh
since
yeah,
Hawaii.
really? The last
Yeah,
time I met him,
he's lost a lot of weight ever since
good for
Hawaii.
him.
Like he started eating less rice, and he kind of like he portions his food.
Dang, really?
Yeah, because so when we got back from Hawaii, oh my God, we ate so much, like every day.
Hmm.
We never really starved. And when we got back, my parents like weighed themselves, and they said they gained 10, 15 pounds in that
Oh my
one
god.
week.
Oh my god.
So like my dad was very
He
he
was a
was like
little, yeah,
he wasn't like upset. He was just like, unbelievable. How could I have gained 10, 15 pounds in one week?
right.
So then he kind of just like stopped eating a lot of rice. He's
Hmm.
still not eating a lot of rice. So
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, rice has a lot, a lot
Hmm.
to. It's a main factor in giving us pounds, I think, because we're Asian,
Hmm. Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that's basically our bread and butter.
Basically.
Did you want to talk about the KBBQ place? Because that's kind of the reason that we gained a couple pounds too.
Um, we ate there very late on both nights.
Yeah, we did. We ate the first night, not the first night we arrived, but the first full night that we arrived
Monday.
on Monday, because we arrived on Sunday. So we ate on Monday, and then we ate the day before we left on Friday. And yeah, in terms of Californian time too, we ate. So we ate in Hawaii about 10 or 11. That's equivalent to eating at 2 or 3 in the morning, or yeah, 1 or 2 in the morning in California.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that we gained some poundage, or your
Mm-hmm.
parents did, but I
But what
liked
are you
it.
gonna do? You're just
Yeah,
not
you're
gonna
in
enjoy
Hawaii.
food.
You're gonna vacate. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have a fucking diet while you're relaxing.
Yeah, you can lose weight anytime.
Yeah, exactly. Like us, we're doing right now because
Mm-hmm.
we've been jumping rope like Corbin Blue.
Yes.
My legs are killing me, by the way. I know this is not related to Hawaii, but I'm hurting. I'm legitimately hurting, like my calves and my thighs. But
I
I
actually
see.
didn't work out. Okay, I didn't work out today, but I did have to lift like 2 tables today because I had to bring up
Oh,
this
that's
new
fine.
desk.
Right. That's
Yeah.
fine. That I think that qualifies as a workout.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I was
jumping rope
sweating
sucks.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bringing
I
the desk
was.
up.
Mm-hmm. It
But
was hard.
the KBBQ place was named Sura, Hawaii.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk about like the one unique thing that they had that I didn't see, and I haven't seen up until now in KBBQ places. But essentially, they have a grill, and around that grill, it's surrounded by side dishes like mac and cheese, egg, and cheese corn, but it's all raw. Like it's not cooked or anything. Not even the egg is cooked. And it's right next to the grill, like almost next to the burner of the grill. When you would grill your meats on the grill itself, the oil would flow down into the side dishes, like into the mac and cheese and into the egg, and the hot oil would actually cook it. Like the excess oil would start cooking the side dishes, and then the side dishes in that turn would have the distinct KBBQ flavors of the excess meat, and so it tasted really good. Like I remember going eating those specific mac and cheese, and it was not like any other mac and cheese I've had.
I didn't think
It
they'd
was
do that. And like I haven't found a place that does that in like
right.
California. They should
Yeah,
do that.
they should. Let's petition all KBBQ places to do that. Do you want? Let's talk about PCC. Or is there anything to talk about?
I wish we stayed longer there because I actually wanted to stay at the gift shop for a little while longer, but
Mm,
um I don't know what happened. Did
I
we just
remember.
leave the hotel kind of late, like around
I think so.
like 3 o'clock, and then we arrived there around 5 o'clock or something. And
Yeah,
my parents wanted to go to the temple, the Mormon temple.
yeah, yeah. It was. They wanted to take photo ops of different places, and that's why we got to the restaurant sort of late.
The thing
PCC.
was, it wasn't late though. So if our food would have came out in like 30 minutes, we would have been fine. But the food kind of took a while.
It took like an hour. I want to
Yeah.
say because a lot of other people were there too.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was starting to get really crowded. It was going to be the dinner rush hour, I'd say.
hmm It was
Um,
busy, but yeah, I would go back to the PCC for like a better view of the fire dancing
mm-hmm.
and kind of spend more time there. I'd probably have to see, I wish we stayed there around like 3 o'clock or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done that day differently.
The PCC is the Polynesian Culture Center, just to clarify for that. And
Yeah.
what it has there, it's basically, I would say, like a bunch of small outdoor kiosks, I'd say. Like some would sell lays or some would sell jewelry, and there was a dedicated store for a gift shop and dedicated stuff for. There was a dedicated theater for the actual the event that we were gonna see. It was like a we did the luau without actually eating at the luau. I would say, because we only saw the show, which was with the fire dancing and the other stuff.
The
The
hula
show itself,
girls.
the hula girls, yeah, everything about the Hawaii culture and all that. Um, which, yeah, I agree. I wish we had planned that a little bit better, so we arrived a little earlier. Maybe walk around and actually check every single shop, because after the show, it was really late and all the shops had closed, so we weren't able to check any of it out, unfortunately. Because right after we ate at the restaurant, we had to go directly to the show. And so I guess that was just kind of unfortunate.
And we didn't really have good seats.
We did it. We were we were on the side. So if it was a the audience was a half circle, I'd say, like a half circle of the stage, and we were on the very right side. So we weren't even looking at them dead center. We were on the very right, up close, and it
Mm-hmm.
was it was it could have been better, but I still enjoyed the fire dancing and all that. That part was pretty
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do you even know what fake fire is? Because I know I don't know if you remember, but near our hotel they did a outside luau as well that we didn't go to because we didn't know about it, but we saw from our hotel room because it was in public. But they were
Yeah.
talking about, oh, you'll never see a luau with this real fire. Like all the other luau's have fake fire. And I said, this fake fire? How's that even
What
or
does
does
that
it?
even
Yeah,
mean?
what's that even mean? Like, is
You
it
know,
not
they
as
could probably be
dangerous?
the one that's doing the fake fire.
That's
Because
what
if
I was
something goes
thinking.
wrong, they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a fake fire."
Yeah, it's fake fire. It's fake fire. I just didn't understand that statement when someone said that this is not fake fire. I
This
didn't
is
know fake
actually
fire.
safe to try at home, kids, because it's fake fire.
It's fake fire. I wanted to talk about the biggest disappointment in Hawaii, which was the Dole plantation.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, okay, not a complete disappointment because the gift shop of Dole is actually pretty good, I'd say,
Yep.
because they have a bunch of logo stamped materials products that have the Dole logo on it, and like you said, they had the Hawaii Hello Kitty products with Dole
The gift
related
shop was pretty cool, but the actual like train ride and I guess
maze.
garden wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, because there were really only, to be generous, there's only four things to do at Dole Plantation. There is the gift shop slash restaurant, which also the gift shop and the restaurant are one thing. So we had to wait in a big ass line if we had to get food at the restaurant, even though we're not going through the gift shop. Which, okay, whatever. The second thing that you can do there is the maze, which they boasted as the world's largest maze in 2008.
That's
Which
pretty. Long ago.
that's, I mean, yeah, that's not a feat to sneeze at. But I don't want to be stuck in a maze for 2 hours. The third thing to do was the train ride, which had an average wait time of 2 hours to go on a 20-minute train ride,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just around the plantation, and it sounds just as boring as you think it is. You're literally just looking at plants and um, crops, essentially. It's nothing special, and they have like an intercom telling you really interesting facts about pineapples and, oh, if you eat a pineapple after you eat, it'll help your digestive tract. And I'm like, okay, I could have just looked this up, but
Mm-hmm.
that was not that memorable. We didn't. Thank goodness we didn't have to wait 2 hours. We only had to wait 1 hour for that, but that was not fun. And and do you remember there was that German family in front of us that like they had a family, they had a party of 12, and I think someone in their family kept taking off their mask, and they kept getting scolded by the employees to be like, please leave on your mask.
Yeah, he they even like stopped the train to tell them
They
that, hey,
did.
Put your mask on.
They they'd stop the train and then um they proceeded to talk to everyone on the train, even though everybody on the train knew that the German family was the one taking off their mask.
Do you think everyone knew that it was them though?
I I want to say yeah. They made a big commotion about it at the very beginning of the line. Do you remember when we were there? They made a big
Yeah.
commotion about it. So I'm not. I think everybody knew. I want to say everybody knew, but it felt like we were being yelled at by like a third grade teacher about a crime that we didn't commit. It felt bad,
hmm
but it was also kind of funny at the same time. And then the fourth thing to do, yeah, is just the garden, which it's it's not even a
Took a
garden.
photo shoot.
Yeah, took a photo shoot, but it's not in the garden. It's in the sense that there are flowers everywhere. It's just a bunch of trees, a bunch of tropical trees, and there's a pond, I think, and you can see the train tracks, sort of like a part of it, and then that's it. And did we pay money for that? I think we did, or
We did.
it came with the train ride.
It came
I
with
would
a
say.
train ride, but there weren't a lot of the plants weren't as exotic as I thought they were. They were just plants that we saw on the
Yeah.
train ride.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even get a Dole Whip there. I didn't even get the thing that I.
Well, my mom said it wasn't even that good. Like she even preferred the one at Diamond Head Creek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the food was also so. I'd say the
Mhm.
food at Dole Plantation, their restaurant, because it was.
Mhm.
I remember I got a loco moco, which is I guess it's supposed to be Hawaii staple dish, and when I tried it, it was very bland. I did not like it at all, and I don't care about shitting on Dole Plantation because they're a big boy corporation. I wouldn't say shit
Yeah.
about like a small business. If a small business is bad, I won't say shit because I know they're struggling. But I don't give a shit about Big Daddy Dole. But yeah, hated Dole, or it went from dislike to hating. Um, I did like the coffee farm we went to afterwards.
Oh
The
yeah, that
one
was like it was like a small detour.
it was.
You
Eh,
tried free coffee there.
Yeah, they had free coffee samples. That was just okay. So they also roast their own coffee. I think they make their own beans and they roast it because it's a coffee farm.
Mhm.
And you had it freshly made, and it was so good. And the reason why I would have tried, okay, I would have tried more if it wasn't so freaking hot that day. Because I tried one and it was good, but it was also really hot, and I needed something to cool down. But if it was like a winter time and I went, or if it was not as hot and I went, I probably would have tried all three samples and gotten a caffeine high or whatever. But the shop itself was pretty cool. They had a coffee shop deal, kind of like Starbucks, as well as it being connected to a bigger souvenir coffee shop. Which, weirdly enough, I didn't buy anything in the souvenir shop, but I did get
Yeah, I was like, you didn't buy anything that like not even a shirt or
because the thing is, it all looked kind of cheesy. Like, oh, don't talk to me till I have
uh
a caffeine in the morning. Oh, I don't look at me. Don't look at me until I had coffee. I don't know. It feels like something I could have gotten on Amazon. Does that make sense?
yeah. I
And
mean,
then
I didn't really find anything interesting there too, but like
yeah, like I just saw a bunch of shirts and a bunch of mugs that had the chemical. You know how in biology class you saw those weird chemical hexagons, and then it's like caffeine or H2O or like scientific scientific
yeah.
stuff. There was
Yeah.
one of caffeine, like the scientific picture of caffeine, like the hexagons and all that. And I was like, bro, this is so fun. It's so weird. It looks so weird. Why would I wear this? But we did get our like chilled frappuccinos right
It
before
was
there
actually
was a.
pretty good. Like
It
I finished
was.
it. I
I
kind of
finished it.
preferred that over the milkshake at Lappert's.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It was really well made. For mine, it wasn't too sweet or too bitter. It was the perfect
It
amount.
was, yeah, and it was like a really hot day too,
Mm-hmm.
so
I downed
I
that shit.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. Right before a big line came too. I think it was only us in the line, or us and another person in front of us. And then right after we ordered, there was a huge ass line right after we got our coffees.
Hmm.
I felt like so lucky at that moment.
I thought it wasn't that popular because there was like no line,
Mm-hmm.
or we were like next to the cashier when we ordered. But then once we left, the line went out of the door, and I was like, oh, I guess it is a popular coffee place.
Yeah. I guess you just had to wait for the prime time. Or people were probably just bored out of Dole and they went straight to the coffee farm,
Pretty
just
much.
like we did.
Pretty
Because it's
much.
so nearby, like 5 or 10 minutes away from Dole.
Hmm.
I bet all the revenue just comes from people who were disappointed from Dole because it worked on us.
I
You sure
mean,
as hell bet it worked on us.
there's probably only a few people because like there's only a few people that probably don't drink coffee. I mean, like you know how your parents are vegetarian and they're kind of like,
Mm.
oh wow, I didn't know like, you're vegetarian. But then my family doesn't drink coffee, so it's like, oh well, your family doesn't drink coffee.
Sure.
So yeah, that was good. Um,
Highlight. Definitely one of the highlights of the vacation, I'd say.
yeah, for you, you took that was like the only place that you volunteered and asked me to take photos.
That's true. I've always taken your photos because I don't really care. Well, I do care, but I think the priority is for you because I do like taking photos of you in scenic places. But this is my terror. This is coffee land for me, okay? I am a big coffee addict. So
Yeah,
I would be remiss if I didn't take a picture there.
I didn't even like care about the coffee place. I was like, oh, okay,
No, I
coffee.
liked it. I liked it a lot. It was it was a safe haven for me. And then after that, that day we went. Oh yeah, that's right. We went to Waimea. Oh, I put down that we went to Dave's at.
See,
Do you remember
Dave's was,
Dave's?
yes, I do. I
Dave's is an
love
ice cream
Dave's.
place. Yeah, Dave's
It's
is an
near a
ice cream place.
hotel, but it's not, it's like kind of a 5 minute walk from our hotel because it's in a different hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was that I was craving ice cream at 9 p.m.
Right.
and I don't know why, but I always crave ice cream anyways. And Lappert's usually closes at 9 p.m. So then I was like, well, Lappert's is closed. What do you want to do? Like, should we go to the ABC store? Like, I kind of just want ice cream because I'm pretty sure the ABC store had an ice cream, but it wasn't like anything
Fresh.
signature or Hawaiian ice cream. It was probably like drumstick or popsicle sticks in like the freezer or something.
Ew. Yeah. What
So
the?
yeah. So we looked on Yelp and see what ice cream stores were nearby, and there was this ice cream store, and it was called Dave's Ice Cream, and it was at um
Ilakai
Ilakai. I was gonna say
Hotel.
Lanikai. I was like, it's not Lanikai.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
Ilakai. Yeah.
yeah. So we went to Ilakai Hotel, which was like next door, and we were looking for it. Luckily, Dave's ice cream was near the entrance, so it was easily found. And we were like, oh, it's just simple flavors like oh, vanilla, chocolate, cookie dough, ube, coffee, Kona coffee. Because apparently, I've noticed this when we went to like dessert places. Every single dessert place in Hawaii has something coffee related.
Oh,
And
yeah, for sure.
yeah, especially Kona, because that's where they came from.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they're really simple flavors. Like there's no like
How could this be good?
yeah. So then we bought ice cream. Well, I bought ube and Mike obviously got Kona coffee flavor. And we were like, you know what? Let's put it in a cone because we like to be adventurous sometimes. Put it in a cone.
Put it in a cone that's of interest to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel a little spicy. Maybe put
Like
some sprinkles on it.
Maybe we're feeling rich tonight. Let's buy a
Daring,
cone.
are we? This
Yeah,
Squidward.
yeah. So I was expecting yep, this is what I think ube tastes like. But
Mm.
it was like the best ube ice cream I've ever had. And the thing was, I actually was skeptical about ube ice cream because so Filipino stores, they have ube ice cream and they always have chunks of ube inside the ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like actual
Oh.
chunks of ube in the ice cream mixed in.
Ew.
Like you know how chocolate chip cookie dough has like chocolate and the cookie dough mixed in?
Oh. Yeah, gotcha.
Well, Filipino ice cream actually has ube, like real ube in there, like frozen ube.
Yeah. Does that not taste as good as it sounds? Or is
Yeah,
it
it
just
doesn't
interrupted?
taste good. It doesn't
Oh.
taste good.
Ah.
And that's why I was like skeptical about Dave's ice cream because I don't want to taste the ube, but I was like, you know what? I'm in Hawaii. I don't want to get something basic like vanilla or chocolate. And I was like, oh, Hawaii chocolate. But I tried ube and it was like the best ube ice cream, and I really wish I got. Did I get one scoop or two? I think I got one scoop.
Yeah, because I got one scoop as well. I think we both got the same thing.
I wish I got two scoops instead.
Me too, Loki.
Yeah. Um, it was the best ube ice cream I've ever had, and I took photos with it, and me and Mike were just enjoying our ice cream in the Ilakai lobby with
Mm.
no disruption, just eating our ice cream. And I kind of wanted to ask you if we could go back for one more scoop, but
I honestly would have been okay with it. I would have been okay with it
I'm
next time.
pretty sure the cashier person or it was really late too. It was like 9:30, and
Mm.
I'm pretty sure the person was like, "Wait, weren't you guys here?" But
I should have put on a mustache and be like, no, that was
another coffee. I mean, one Kona coffee ice cream,
that
please.
was a different person. I am someone else
I'll get the ube ice cream, or let me
again.
get the bubble gum ice cream.
The bubblegum ice cream. Yeah, Dave's was pretty good. Dave's was a banger. I like
Too
Dave's.
bad we didn't go back to it again because
I
I kind of didn't
know.
want to walk back there. It was
That's the
kind
only
of,
downside.
yeah, I didn't want to walk back there. And it was like dark too.
Hmm.
But yeah, and plus Lappert's was convenient because we could actually see the door and how long the line is.
Yeah. And Dave's it's kind of like you walk there, you don't know how long the line is.
Mm-hmm.
But Lappert's is always crowded. That bitch always crowded. Dave's was not even crowded when we got there. It was just
I
two other
think
people.
I think it's because the Hilton had several hotels and not just our hotel.
Right. Right, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right
So,
actually.
we had our hotel and across from that was like another building. I think that's also
Mm.
considered the Hilton. That's part of the Hilton.
Like they have 5 different buildings because I don't know, they like to be special. They like
Paris
to be
Hilton was
unique.
just like, "Yeah, daddy, I want four buildings in Waikiki."
Oh my goodness. I
So,
do
yeah.
enjoy. I did enjoy Dave's ice cream. I would love to have
Hmm.
Dave. I would love to have Dave's cream down my throat again
Yeah.
eventually.
I did like where our hotel was located because the ABC store was convenient, ice cream was convenient, coffee was convenient there too.
Hmm.
Um, Starbucks, we did not go to Starbucks
I
once
don't. Yeah,
at
I don't think I
Hawaii.
saw Starbucks. Or did you?
There was a Starbucks nearby, but it was probably like inside a hotel.
Oh,
But
got you.
why would you rather pick like a local ice cream or Starbucks, a store that you see every single day?
Poop. Yeah, I wouldn't.
So, yeah.
It was so funny because one of the times we actually went, I think you remember we went to the Royal Hawaiian Center as well. And I remember seeing a California Pizza Kitchen, and I was like, bruh.
The Royal
Okay.
Hawaiian Center, what's that?
Oh, that was the shopping mall, the high end
Oh,
shopping mall we
yeah,
went
that
to.
shopping mall was not, I would not go back.
It it's not.
Also, it's your typical high-end shopping mall
Yeah,
that you can find anywhere in California.
yeah. Like
Um,
you
H&M, Victoria's Secret.
you know Valley Fair when they have that high end, just the lane of high end stores. Imagine
Yeah.
if that was an entire shopping district, and you basically have Royal Hawaiian Center. Throw in a H&M in there and maybe a coffee shop somewhere else, and you got that Hawaiian Center.
Yeah.
And it was also mostly restaurants too, as well.
The restaurants were, oh my God, the udon place.
The udon place. I forgot what it
I
was called.
did not like I did not like it.
I think that was the moment of realization that you were like, okay, I don't like udon
It's a good thing we only ordered one bowl because
for
I
both of
would
us.
not finish that. Yeah, I would not
It
finish
was a
that.
big bowl. It was, I don't know. It was a big bowl. It definitely fed the two of us. Or, like, yeah, more than two of us because we had some left over.
Mm-hmm.
Partly because I didn't want to eat the. Because the udon that we had, it was like a almost clam chowdery vibe to it, but then it also had onions in the udon too, which like slivered onions.
Yeah, and I didn't know if I was eating udon or onions.
Yeah, because it was
But
so similar to each other in terms of the consistency or the texture of it until you bit into it, and then I was like, oh my god, I don't like that crunch. I wanted something soft and texture like udon
I didn't think if you watched other people ate that whole bowl like
by
nothing.
themselves. I know,
Like there was a family next to us and each of them ordered a bowl. And I was like, what the heck?
terrifying.
I was.
Oh, it's also because I got sushi on the side too. I don't know if you had anything else.
I did. I had tonkatsu.
Oh, right. Your go to for every single Japanese
Yes, yes.
restaurant. Which I don't blame you.
Hmm.
Tonkatsu is good.
It is good. I love tonkatsu.
When we move in together, we should eat that often. Because I love
Yeah,
tonkatsu.
it's pretty easy to make.
It is. It's not bad.
Just a lot of oil though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Gotta have to do something with that oil. I
Hmm.
think the last thing I kind of want to touch upon is when it was kind of like on the last day when we went, we already talked about Lanikai, but we didn't talk about the Pick a Pearl
Pick
experience
pearl.
that you had. Pick a Pearl. Because you had one, like you said, you had one in Disney World,
I
but
did.
you did another one in Hawaii with your sister,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
that I paid for.
Yes.
And I remember this stemmed from when we were at Dole Plantation, and there were pick a pearl stations there. And I think it was right before we went into the gift shop of Dole. There was a lady and a man, like an elderly couple, and they were getting their pearls. And it seemed like the lady had twins, like the twin pearls. So she got two pearls in one.
Hmm.
And then she could make earrings or whatever for it. And I think you remember you were like, "Oh man, that'd be cool if I got a pick a pearl like that." And so we did do the pick a pearl experience, and I think our lady, she was like a very energetic. I don't know, she was an Asian lady. I don't know if she was whichever Korean or Japanese, but she was very energetic in her voice, and she was just like, "Let's do this thing," kind of energy. And so, do you remember?
Yeah, I
She
remember. She was very
she was
like
helpful.
yeah, she was.
But she had a lot of energy, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I remember your sister picked out a pearl, like oyster, and I know you took at least 5 minutes to pick an oyster.
I don't think I took that long.
Okay, I recorded 3 minutes at least.
Okay.
Does
Sure.
that sound about right? Because
Yeah.
people would just pick one in the span of 15 seconds, and you took 3 minutes because you were like, oh man, which one's good? Which one? I don't know. Which one? Because I don't know if you could tell from the outside or not. Is there even a
I
trick to
could
that?
not. I'm pretty sure the lady though knew because
Maybe.
she's been working there for a while and she's seen probably a lot of people pick a pearl.
Mm-hmm.
and she's probably like observed every person that's picked a pearl
In
and
every single, yeah.
notices like the type of pearl they pick. Because she even asked me, she was like, "Oh, which one do you want?" And I'm like, I want it to be like a mystery thing."
Mm-hmm.
So if I had told her I wanted like a black one, she would have told me, like, "That's the black one because it's so and so and so."
Like she would have nudged you in a
Mm-hmm.
certain way. Because I
Yeah.
remember she did try to nudge you for one specific one. Because I think you didn't tell her any specific one, but she still nudged you like, "Oh, this one looks pretty good." And you were,
Yeah.
and I remember I have it in the footage. You're like, "Oh yeah, it does look pretty good." She was still convincing somehow. And it turns out when you opened that bitch up, you got twin pearls, baby.
I did. I did. I
It
haven't
was
worn it
nice.
yet, but I definitely can't wait to wear it somewhere.
Nice. I know you made that one into a necklace, and then I think you saved the other one as a souvenir, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because the thing was, when I paid for both you and your sister, it was over $300.
I also got like an earring out of it, like two earrings out of it.
Yeah, so that was I guess it was the side prize a side gift that you get if you go over a certain amount. And
Mm-hmm.
so since you already had earrings, you were like, I don't need fucking two earrings. And so yeah, just make one into a necklace. I guess you could have made one into a ring too. But
Yeah, it looks kind of weird and bulky.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess it was the good call that you just
Yeah,
left
I'm
it.
more of like a necklace person.
A necky kind of girl.
Yeah.
A necky shecky.
Yeah, choke me daddy.
Oh. Okay, we're going there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's did I miss something? I think we got everything. Yeah. I think we went through everything. Was there anything else like like final concluding thoughts about Hawaii that you thought about? Or here, let me phrase it in a different way. Would you do anything different? Because I know what I want to do differently. Like, would you do any day differently, or would you have wished we had gone to another place?
I definitely next time would want to go back to the PCC
Oh yeah, I think that's a must
and
do for us
actually
too,
enjoy my food because when we ate there, it kind of felt rushed.
because of our show was
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
And I would go to the shrimp shack that we never went.
Oh yeah, Giovanni Shrimp Shack,
Yeah.
the food
Yeah.
truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And I instead of Waikiki, I would stay at Aulani.
The Disney place.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah! When we get the money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're actually going to Disneyland in
Oh
July.
yeah, let's say that we're going to Disneyland July the 4th. That's gonna
Yeah.
be
Why don't we
exciting.
just do like a podcast every time we go on vacation?
Oh dude, yeah, of course we can definitely do that.
It's like
I'd be down.
the pre-show before like the video comes out or something.
Yeah, I would love
Like
that. We could do
hey
that.
guys, so today in our podcast we're gonna talk about Disneyland. Watch out for our video. It's gonna come out in like a few weeks.
It's like a companion piece to the video itself.
Yeah.
So it only true hardcore fans listen to both. If you listen all the way through to here, you're a true fan, and I love you. I actually do. I love you, and I love you, Alice, my wife, my wife. I went the
Are
whole
we
podcast without saying that. Huh?
are we gonna watch Hunter soon?
Yes. Yes. We will after we conclude the podcast.
Ah, I see. What if we talk like that like the whole podcast?
Let's just end the podcast like this.
Bungee gum.
Texture surprise.
I don't know why. I like Hisoka's voice. It's like, oh yes.
His voice is so dramatic.
It is.
He sounds like a your typical villainy person, but he just has so much theatricity to him. Theatricity?
You know how like the fact that he wants to fight
Gon.
Gon
Yeah.
and Crollo?
Uh
That's how I feel about Hisoka's voice.
huh. You get turned on.
Yes. Like That's why I don't know if you've noticed it, but each episode I'm like, ooh, it's Hisoka. Oh, it's Hisoka. It's Hisoka.
I think I. Damn, we're talking about Hunter. I think I might title this podcast something like Hawaii X Hunter or Hunter X Hawaii or something. I think that'd be funny. Hawaii Hunter. That's gonna probably do it for the end of this podcast. Did you enjoy being on this podcast, or did you hate it? This was the worst. This is the worst decision that you've ever made.
I'm not even going to listen to your podcast, but I'm looking forward to what people think.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Time to sign off. We'll see you all later, guys.
So they tried to
bye.
time, but irregularity kept coming back all the same.
私は素だろう